everybody, my name is Spammals and welcome to Titanic 3D The Experience. This is a project started back in 2011 by a French guy called Yannick Allen, and has been an experience requested by you guys at home for as long as Titanic Week has been a thing. Now, looking at their Facebook page, it looks like it hasn't been active since August of 2016, so the project is either stalled or been abandoned. I hope it's only stalled because we always want more lovely Titanic content here in the community. It's a free-to-play game. There's a link in the description below if you want to check it out yourself. Without any more stalling, let's begin! Welcome to the game! So this is it. This is a 360 single point environment. So here we are on the bridge of the Titanic. We've got some instructions up ahead. I don't need any of them. Get them out of here. So all you gotta do is click and drag, and oh my god, you can look around the entire ship. Isn't that amazing? So we are here on the bridge. Now this is only made by a single guy, that Yannick Allen. So for a single effort, you have to be kind of impressed by his dedication and passion for this, especially carrying this over so many years. Now the project did originally focus on a sinking aspect of it, so a lot of these scenes were flooded, but I think around 2012 he rebranded the entire experience and focused on a more purative and glory days approach. Anyway, so what we can do with this is we have these hot spots. Can you see that? How that lights up? Oh, woosha doosha. We're going to step out there, and now we're out on one of the bridge wings. The starboard bridge wing for those that like to get all nautical. It looks very nice for a 3D experience, and for a free experience, I can't stress that enough. Like, it's... Oh, hi, funnel. I'm all for paying for content, but if I can get some free content, yes, mate. There's a bit of a break on that ladder. Ugh. But otherwise, that funnel looks very nice. Now, this is only a work in progress. It is far from complete, as evident by the lack of a forward mast or a bow or anything forward of the bridge. As we go forward, please keep that in mind. This is an incomplete work. Now, we can also jump up to this map up here. If you don't want to be clicking around, you can go straight to the map, and we can select the decks that are available. Hold on. There's a bug. If you run a window in full screen mode, you don't get the text. But if you hit the full screen mode button, you now get the text. Isn't that incredible? The decks available is boat deck, A deck, B deck, and F deck. Yes, not an amazing entourage of selections, and also the deck plans used for the maps are Olympics deck plans, as evident by the curved wheelhouse, the missing Marconi wireless room behind the grand staircase, and all of that jazz. But anyway, if you didn't want to navigate around from scene to scene, you can jump straight in by clicking on one of these stars. We're not going to do that just yet. We'll come to that a little bit later. So returning to the bridge wing. Can I go any further? I cannot. Let's go this way. Wabushi. So we have two of her magnificent 4 funnels. We're looking at the officers' quarters. Let's head further aft towards the grand staircase. Now we'd see the third funnel come into view. If I do a 180, Wabushi. I do like the sun flare. That is kind of cool. I don't know if this is an engine, if this is Unity or anything like that. But I mean, it is great effort has gone into this. What is great about this is you don't have to download anything. It just runs out of your web browser. So you should be able to just hit that web link in the description below, and boom, you're away. You're going, you're walking the decks of the Titanic. Now we can go inside some of these rooms. Let's go into this one. Look at this. I think this is supposed to be the 4th officer's quarters. There's a map here that will tell us. Hold up. This is the 4th officer's quarters. Or stateroom U. Again, an Olympic deck plan. You can't really take it on named value. I'm not sure what cabin this is supposed to be. But it's a nice representation of what a cabin may have looked like. I mean, that dressing table, I'm sure you're all familiar with. Those steamer rugs. I would love one of those. If somebody wants to mail me one, hey, hey, hey. They used to sell them at the Titanic Incorporated, traveling exhibitions. I kind of regret not picking one up now. Damn it. So this kind of thing here is a wash basin standy thing. This, where the wash basin is, that's a drawer. Well, it's a foldy fold. So you fold it back up, and all the water that's in the bowl will trickle down to a tank that's in the bottom of it. How clever is that? And there's a door missing. God damn it, Yannick Allen. Would you not have put a door into this room? Of all of this lovely fine detailing, could you not have put a door in? Since the door isn't usable, we're going to climb back out the window. Yeah, you do. And here we are, back on the starboard side of Titanic. Let's continue our progression further aft. So, as we already mentioned a couple times now, this is only a work in progress. There is a lot missing. Most notably, the aft end of the ship. Just the deck goes to nothing and disappears into infinity. Fourth funnel, pwah! We don't need no fourth funnel. Where we're going, we're not even going to need a stern. I don't know the backstory of why he stopped. I mean, being a solo project, it's very possible he just ran out of steam. And I can't blame him for that. I mean, active for 5 years, from 2011 through 2016, it's a long time to work on something. And especially how it's given away for free. Anyway, let's step up onto the raised portion of the boat deck. We're now midship, we've got the compass tower, underneath us is the first class lounge. It's a nice view. I mean, given this kind of default skybox, you could imagine that we're just so tall off of the water we can't see the water. But I appreciate the sound effects helping to give that impression. And the sun rays really go a ways to help sell that realism. And again, I do like these funnels. And I like the perspective you get when you're here and you're looking up at it. It has that sense of height to it. Anyway, let's progress. We are nearly out of deck space. We're now on the port side of the ship. We have the first class entrance to the grand staircase. And this is as far on the port side as we can go. Oh no! This is where things are about to get a little bit... Welcome to the grand staircase! Adventure out of time music. I can't fault that. That's amazing. It's clearly a work in progress because while the detailing in here is far below the detailing we've just seen on the exteriors. So clearly this was like, I guess, rendition 1 of more to come. I don't know, but that's what you get for this. Now, sadly, we can't go up or down it. This is the only single view we get of this grand staircase. We can jump out the windows on both sides of the ship, but I think they both lead to stab. Oh, no, that took us back port side. I take it back. Right, from this point on. Oh, wait, and there is... I wasn't going to include it, but there is this. It's a charty room, but I don't think it's at all accurate by any means whatsoever. So I'm not even going to stay in here any longer. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Right. So to get any further on this map, we must use the in-game map. Here it is. So we've done the up to boat deck roof. We've done the boat deck. Let's check out A deck. Now, sadly, the only thing available on A deck is the first class lounge. That's amazing, though. Seldom games include the first class lounge. I can't wait to see the beauty that's ahead of me. Bring it on. Oh, shit. So, yeah, work in progress once again, everybody. But you know what? We can still discern some information from this. It's a good representation of how the ceiling in here is raised. Above us is where that compass platform is, that raised plot platform. You can see how those tops of those windows, you've got the deck going across it, so you can clearly see how the wall is split between boat deck and A deck. Now, looking forwards, the entrance would be on that right-hand side. That wall dead ahead of us would be the reading and writing room. To B deck! Now, for all of the lovely hunky-dory content B deck has to offer, we only get the private promenade. That's not a problem. It's a single man working on his own and it's a free-to-play game. But anyway, here is the private promenade, which is basically the balcony cabins of 1912. So on modern cruise ships, it's very common to have balcony cabins. In fact, I've only ever traveled on a balcony cabin. But back in 1912, this is like only the creme de la creme can afford such luxury. But hell, I would love it if I could. So we can step from one side to the other side and look backwards again. The private promenade had this private doorway. I think the point behind that was that they could board directly into their cabin. They didn't need to go through the entrance with all the other scum, blah, 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 blah. If you're rich, wealthy, and famous, and you don't want to be mingling with the general population, I believe arrangements could be made for you to board directly into your private promenade and straight in. Alternatively, those double doorways there will take you onto the B deck entrance, which is immediately before the grand staircase. So you could, in theory, board via the regular gangway, take a hard left or a hard right, depending on the ship's orientation, and boomy, you're in. Anyway, that's all we're seeing out of that. And as always, please don't quote me on any of this. I am not an expert. I am just a doofus. That said, let's continue. Now, there's a little bit more to see on the F deck, but not a great deal. So, let's jump into a third-class cabin, F67. And here you go. It's that classic view. 4 beds, cramming everybody into the room with a shared wash basin. No toilets, no cupboards, no real storage space. It's just a very Spartan basic. You want a bed? We'll give you a bed. See you in 7 days when you get to New York. So, that's that. I mean, they get a mirror. Lucky devils. They get a ceiling of a singular light bulb. Amazing! You know, this is probably cleaner than their homes back at home, in the fact that they're here. They're most likely emigrating and don't have a home anymore. Anyway, there's nothing else to see here. This brings us, finally, to the swimming bath. Now, this is actually quite a detailed model on the ship. He's obviously spent quite a lot of time working on this. You got the changing stools, you got the 2 showers, you got this little like standy table-y thing. Yes, mates. And there's lovely floor tiles on the floor. But what I like most about this room, if we go to this far end here and do a look back, yeah, that's very pleasant so far. It's nothing we haven't seen in other games, for example. However, wabushi! Oh, we can jump into the water. Splish splash, I was taking a bath in the swimming bath on Titanic, lol. So this is kind of cool. It's a perspective I don't think we've truly seen. Potentially. I don't know, don't quote me on that. But here is something that I discovered earlier while setting up for this video. You can totally imagine yourself having a bit of a splash, enjoying your time here in the heated seawater pool of the Titanic. But what happens if you kick your feet up, you just lay back in the water and look straight up? That's what you're going to see. Now, we've picked up on this in another episode, but this is the first class space, but this kind of exposed ribbing and exposed, sheet metaling isn't really common or quintessential of a first class experience. So it's an interesting thing to be sure. But anyway, for this free experience, it's really nice to get this kind of freedom just to have a little bit of a pokey poo around and to look around and enjoy things. And hopefully without stealing from Honor and Glory one bit whatsoever. But from what I'm aware, nothing has been stolen in this. This does tragically bring us to the end of this experience. There's nothing else to see or to show. I don't think so anyway. Still a quick double check. Nope, that was everything. So this has been Titanic 3D The Experience. Once again, it's a free-to-play experience. There's a link in the description below if you want to try it out yourself. If you have an Android phone or Google Cardboard, perhaps give that a try. Give me some feedback if that works or not. I don't know how you'd click from room to room. Maybe preload it, slide it in. Anyway, I don't care. I digress. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Leave me a comment down below with your thoughts and opinions. And on that bombshell, thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody.